Good morning, students. In the previous session, we studied about the various types of random sampling methods. So, we studied the meaning of stratified random sampling, systematic sampling, then cluster sampling, multi-stage sampling. Today we are going to study about non-probability sampling, or even I can call it as non-random sampling. The process of selecting a sample from a population without using probability theory. That means there is no probability. In that case, each and every item was having an equal chance of being selected. But in this case, the process of selecting a sample from a population without using probability theory is known as non-probability or non-random sampling. In non-probability sampling, we have to note these few points. Each element or member of the population does not have an equal chance of being included in the sample, and the researcher cannot estimate the error caused by not collecting data from all elements or members of the population. So, there are various types of non-random sampling. The first one which you are going to study is purposive, or it is also known as judgmental sampling. Purposive sampling, it's also known as judgmental sampling, selective or subjective sampling. By different names it is known as. It reflects a group of sampling techniques that rely on the judgment of the researcher when it comes to selecting the units that are to be studied. So here we can see certain examples of specific people, specific cases or organization, specific events, specific pieces of data. Even students, I would like to give you one more example of judgmental or purposive sampling. That if an investigator, suppose that an investigator is conducting an opinion poll to ascertain the view of students in regard to introduction of casual dress in schools. So the investigator may select 50 students who, in his opinion, are true representative of a population of 1500 students. So this is what is purposive or judgmental sampling, an example of the same which I have given just now. As you can see, even on the screen, there are few people which represents the area of study, that is your population, and the purposive sampling, that is out of these, my judgment says that these few people who are in dark black, they will represent the universe well. So I've selected them as an sample. So this is what is purposive sampling is. Next type of sampling is quota sampling. Under this method, what do? We select participants in numbers proportionate to their numbers in the larger population, and no randomization takes place. That means the items of the population are subdivided into various groups, and then a quota or a number of items to be selected from each subgroup is fixed. But within the given quota, the selection of sample units depends upon the personal judgment of the investigator. Here we see an example of the same. The number of students from each group that we would include in the sample would be based on proportion of male and female students amongst the 10,000 university students, and the proportion is given as 50 male and 50 female, or 40 male and 60 female, anything it can be. So you can see the population comprises of 50% male, 50% female, 70% white and 30% black. Out of that, we are selecting 50% male and 50% female, 50% white and 50% black. Representative of gender distribution in population, not representative of race distribution. So I hope students, even this is clear to you. The third type of sampling method, non-random sampling method, is convenience sampling. Under this method, what happens is that while selecting the sample unit, the investigator gives special attention to his convenience. Like if I give you an example, to estimate the average height of an Indian, the investigator belonging to Delhi can take a convenience sampling from Delhi state only and estimate the average height of an Indian. So this method is also of selecting the sample is also called chunk. So you should know this name. So the sampling procedure of obtaining those people or units that are most conveniently available to you, convenient but may be unwilling or unrepresentative lecturer who uses students, So even we can explain it by best use for exploratory research but inappropriate for projecting results. So this is what is convenience sampling. Like you can see, this is a group of population, the area of your study. Now out of that, the beginning few people are very convenient for you, so you have selected only these people rather than moving everywhere. So this is an example of convenience sampling. So that's all for today, students. Thank you so much. And in the next session, we are going to do the principles of sampling. Very, very important topic. Thank you.